This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Give them a call, 727-9900.
Welcome to News 25. Today is Friday, January 21st. Well, the Nye County School District is building a new school in Tonopah. The elementary school will cost a little over $15 million, and that school will be built close to the high school, they say, so that kindergarten through 12th grade will be all in one area on Tennant Drive. The project will begin at the beginning of 2023. And there will be a few more planes in the skies over Las Vegas in the coming weeks. Yes, it's time once again for the red flag exercise at Nellis Air Force Base.
The semi-annual Air Force training exercise known as Red Flag is ready for takeoff. Red Flag 22-1 begins Monday and runs through February 11th. Nearly 100 aircraft are scheduled to depart Nellis twice a day and may remain in the air for up to 5 hours. There will be night launches as well to allow air crews to train for nighttime combat operations. Nearly 3,000 airmen from the U.S. Air Force, Navy, Marines, Space Force, Air National Guard, U.S. Air Force Reserves, the U.K. Royal Air Force, and the Royal Australian Air Force will take part in the upcoming exercises. Red Flag gives air crews an opportunity to experience advanced, relevant, and realistic combat-like situations in a controlled environment to increase their ability to complete missions and safely return home. It also prepares maintenance personnel, ground controllers, space, and cyber operators to support those missions within the same tactical environment. The exercise is organized at Nellis Air Force Base and hosted north of Las Vegas on the Nevada Test and Training Range, which covers more than 12,000 square miles of airspace and 2.9 million acres of land.
Well, according to the Nevada Department of Employment, Training and Rehabilitation's December 2021 economic report, Nevada added 3,700 jobs over the month as the state continues to recover from the COVID pandemic. Employment remains below typical levels, but is up 94,700 jobs since December of last year, an annual increase of 7.4%. The total employment level in the state is 1,372,200. The state's unemployment rate in December is 6.4%, decreased by 0.5% from 6.9% in November, and decreased by 1.8 percentage points when compared to December of 2020. For people who are incarcerated, it can be difficult to plan for life on the outside. That's where an organization called Thriving Warrior comes in. Director of Education, Dr. Edward Belloaqua, explains how the program's neuroscience approach to learning helps incarcerated and newly paroled individuals learn the hard and soft skills necessary to transition from being an inmate to successfully becoming a valuable member of society.
Thriving Warrior works with the local agencies like the Coalition and churches and people who have clients that are in need. They're homeless, they need employment. We work with them and we provide all of the services that people need. Housing, clothing, food, hygiene, transportation, ID, job skills training, and employment. So we're a resource for the local agencies. So people come here and we provide the housing, and then it's a 21-day intensive mind-body course. We get up at 6:30 in the morning and we start doing yoga, and we do work at night, people learn how to cook, basic skills, and then we have counseling for them, etc., and get them employment and try to do it. And what makes us a little bit different is, one, we provide all of the services people need in-house, but number two, we start with the idea of hope. And kind of the idea is, if you don't believe it's going to get better, when people give you housing or they give you food or they give you clothing, it doesn't really work, because you know that could go away one time at some point. Yeah. We focus on giving people hope that the future will be better. We have 9 rooms and we house 16 people at one time, generally for a 3-week period, and then we move them to our apartments down in Las Vegas for more longer-term foundational employment as they figure out what do they want to do for a career. In Nevada prisons and camps, we have about 600 students. in our correspondence course. Every month, 20 or 30 of them come out of prison, and we help them get out of prison, and we try to bring them into our program. Other states have the rest. Wisconsin, we have over 300 students in Wisconsin, of all places. Yeah, that's kind of interesting. But all around the country, we help about 2,000 people per year. In Nevada, we helped 400 people get out of prison last year. And so our goal is get them out and help them not ever go back to prison by helping them learn the skills they need to move forward in life. This is mainly paid for by the students themselves. So we'll find somebody, we will invest in them to get them the skills, get them employed, and then they pay for program fees, for course fees out of their paycheck. And they can afford to do it easily on a $10 an hour job. Well, my cell phone number is 760-547-4547. And our website is IamAThrivingWarrior.com.
Thanks so much, Ed. Well, our desert climate can make it pretty difficult to grow many fruits and vegetables. But Poofter Farms here in Pahrump, run by a husband and wife team of Mike and Kozume, has managed to create a thriving backyard garden as they work toward sustainable living. In addition to the farm, Mike and Kozu also run a bakery called Puff Puff Pastries and Herbs. And together, they participate in the Farm to Fork initiative with a commitment to building thriving local and regional food systems, and the community is invited to join this Sunday.
We have a bakery called Puff Puff Pastries and Herb. Now, what we do with that is handmade, artisan in nature, and I'll let the boss talk about it because if I don't, she's going to cut my pay.
So when we have a farm to fork event, which is what we grow, we cook and then feed it to the community. And the same day, we bake the bread, different kinds. Sometimes we get 7 different, sometimes we get 13 different kinds of bread. And then they can eat right there, or they can take home and share with everybody. So we do a little bit of baked goods and cookies and brownies and all kinds of bread.
Yeah, we open up the farm. Go to our website for the farm, which is poofdirtfarming.com. There you can find a pre-order form for both bread and microgreens and pick and pay produce. Hush! Jimmy's reckless. He's a little aggressive this morning. He's hungry. But poofdirtfarming.com to book your seat. You can also reach out to the boss directly and RSVP. But from 10 to 3, we'll be serving food for the people. And you can pick up your order, you can walk the farm and grab produce and pay for it, do whatever you need, grab eggs, any of these things. And our microgreens are also grown to order. A lot of people don't know, but we have a laundry list of custom greens available on the site. So you can go there, tell us what you want us to grow, 7 to 10 days later, ta-da, just for you.
Well, we will have more on Poofter Farms in the coming days. But again, the Farm to Fork event is this Sunday, January 23rd from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Poofter Farms, located at the corner of Wood Chips and Galley Roads. To learn more, reserve a seat or a place at the bakery or produce order, just head to poofdirtfarming.com. News 25 will return right after this.
You're watching News 25, the most recognized and farthest-reaching local news in Nye County. News 25, local news you can count on. This segment is brought to you by Higher Society Smoke Shop in Las Vegas. Call 702-982-2300. Call 702-982-2300.
Well, the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department is investigating a shooting inside a local Las Vegas gym that wounded one person and sent others running for their lives.
Metro detectives are investigating the shooting, which happened just before noon Friday at the Las Vegas Athletic Club on Maryland Parkway. Witnesses say a man went into a restroom at the facility, pulled a gun, and shot another man in the groin. At least 2 shots are being reported. The victim was taken to a local hospital. Their condition is unknown. It's also unclear if a suspect has been identified or taken into custody. The gym was closed for several hours as police processed the scene looking for evidence.
Well, the Biden administration announced $1.36 billion in disaster relief funds for the USDA Forest Service to support post-disaster recovery and restoration in states across the country, including nearly $600 million for recovery efforts in California following the devastating 2020 and 2021 fire years. The Forest Service will utilize these recovery dollars for hazardous material cleanup, reforestation, watershed restoration, and infrastructure repair, including for trails, roads, bridges, and facilities. The funding will target communities and tribes hardest hit by the wildfires to mitigate impacts across hazards and support plans for recovery. Additional projects will focus on reforestation and restoration, including collecting cones and seeds, increasing tree nursery production, and provide tree seedlings and technical assistance to landowners, tribes, and communities to restore burned areas. Projects will also support communities recovering from hurricanes, including in the South and Southeast. In Nevada, the money will be used for the Santa Rosa Paradise restoration. If you're in the mood for some authentic Mexican food, you might want to try 5280 Mexican Grub and Pub here in Pahrump. The restaurant is now open at its new location at 2450 West Mesquite Avenue. Owner Sonny and Nicole Chavez say the business has come a long way in just a few years.
Well, I'll tell you, it's definitely a place to be. We got a lot of people that are coming out now, and with all the entertainment and more entertainment and the food and the great customer service that we give, I think it's definitely a spot to be in town. We started off a couple years back, and amazing how it went from nobody showing up to all of a sudden, a bunch of people showing up, and it definitely grew pretty quick here in town.
Oh, I love it. I think that we have the three main ingredients. We have an awesome cook, we have the best customers, and we have an awesome staff.
Yeah, actually we started off with the same exact menu from the truck. Since then we have added a few items to it. Right now we offer enchiladas now. We are actually offering grilled chicken salads. We just put pozole on the menu this last week. So, and there's actually a lot more to come. Yeah, we're looking at menudo, we're looking at
Chili rellenos, my favorite.
Chili rellenos, fajitas, and a few other items that we're coming up with, new items just to put on there. So the recipes are all my mom's. My mom wanted to open a restaurant years ago. She never made it. So when I left corporate, we talked about it and we decided that we were going to carry on her legacy.
Yeah.
So since then, we actually got all the recipes, put them together, and it's been a good hit. We don't claim it to be authentic Mexican. We claim it to be 5280 style. 5280 is 1 mile.
Yeah.
I'm from Colorado, Denver, which is the Mile High City, 1 mile above sea level.
And that part of that area is known for their hatch green chilies, so we use those in a lot of the things that we, especially our specialty, our chili, and our number one item that started it all was the Mexican hamburger, so we're most proud of that. We do line dancing on Thursdays. We have karaoke, which is huge in Pahrump, we've learned. Yeah, and we have bands. So yeah, on the weekends we have live music. It's fun.
We do have gaming, which actually our machines are hot, so you guys got to come by. Everybody is winning.
Yeah.
The pool tables are great. We have 4 pool leagues here that play for us now. I tell you, and then we got ear candy coming in every Sunday, which is great.
Awesome.
They come in from 3 to 7. They definitely got to come by and check them out. And if you play an instrument, bring it with you. They let you go on stage and actually play as well. So it's a pretty cool thing that we got going. So right now we are open from noon to about 10 every night. Weekends we stay open later until the party is over. Location, we are at 2450 West Mesquite Avenue here in Pahrump, Nevada. And what else?
You can find it on Facebook at 5280.
Yeah, you sure can. You can see our food, location, times,
Yeah,
everything's
schedule,
on there.
everything's on there.
Thanks, guys. Well, working from home can definitely have its perks, but it can also create some bad habits, like snacking throughout the day. In fact, doctors have noticed an increase in the amount of people experiencing weight gain.
And it makes sense. We are just feet from our kitchen. And not only that, we are at home and we are feeling stressed, bored, and lonely. So this is an increase in emotional eating, stress eating, and a lot of mindless snacking.
Dr. Susan Albers, a psychologist with Cleveland Clinic, says that's why it's important to practice mindful eating. She says to help do that, remember the 3 S's. First, sit down while you eat. Studies have shown people eat 5% less when they're sitting at an actual table. Next, slowly chew, meaning take your time and savor each bite. And finally, stop what you're doing. It may be easier to eat while you work, but it should be avoided.
A lot of people use their desk as a dining room table. Instead, think location, location, location. Pick a snack spot, and when you have a snack, it's fine to have a snack. Just stop what you're doing, move to that spot, and that's where you have your snack. Psychologists call that localizing a behavior, so that we're not snacking at many different times in many different locations.
Dr. Albers says you should also make sure you're actually hungry and not just bored or stressed before grabbing that next snack. As for snack ideas, she says oranges, pumpkin seeds, and Brazil nuts are all great options.
Well, there is a new club in town. We're going to tell you about that right after the break.
You're watching News 25, brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500. News 25, local news you can count on.
Welcome back. If you enjoy a good game of chess, there's a new option for you right here in Pahrump. Paola Tovar started the Pahrump Valley Chess Club to give kids something to do, but it's evolved into something more, and now all ages are welcome.
So, our community chess club is called Poofter Valley Chess Club, and we actually have our sessions every Saturday from 12 to 4 at the Holiday Inn. And it's every single Saturday. We've missed only a couple of Saturdays because of the holidays or because the host, isn't available on those days. I felt that Pahrump needed to have some type of family activities, and then as I talked to other people, they also said that it's something that the city does, the town does need. So I wanted to come up with something that we could open up in the community that could be open for children. It originally started for something for the kids, but we ended up opening it up to all ages. And we did learn as well that there's a large senior community here, and we wanted to have something that we could mingle. It comes from different ages, doesn't matter the age, something that people can connect. Because the club is between 12 and 4, we do provide lunch. We provide pizza and sodas, refreshments. We do have a page on Facebook, and also we do have a designated number for the chess club and a designated email. The phone number for the chess club, it's 775-419-7552. So it's a cell phone, so they can call or text, and we will get back to them. And if they have any questions as to anything really, or if they wanted to donate a chess set or whatever it may be, that would be the number that they can reach us.
Well, again, the Pahrump Valley Chess Club meets every Saturday from noon until 4 p.m. at the Holiday Inn here in Pahrump. Players of all ages and skills are welcome. If you're thinking about adopting a dog or a cat, you'll find plenty of loving animals at one of our local shelters. In today's Save a Pet, Darby introduces us to Mia.
Today's Save a Pet segment is made possible by Realty Executives in Action. Put the team at Realty Executives in action for you.
Hi, I'm Darby here at Desert Haven Animal Society, and today we are joined with Mia. Mia is a beautiful, about 1-year-old husky mix. Beautiful colorings, very interesting actually, because she goes from like a white to a yellowy brown color to black and brown and kind of gray on her back. Super duper pretty, beautiful little doggy, super fluffy, obviously will shed a lot. Cute little ears. She has beautiful blue eye and a pretty little brown eye. Just a super sweet little baby. She is a little bit scared when you first meet her, but they say that she's very, very sweet. It might take her a little bit to come around in the yard, so you have to be patient with her and let her go and adjust to the environment. If you want to come and see Mia or any of her friends here at Desert Haven Animal Society, you can give them a call, 775-751-7020, or you can look them up on their Facebook page at Desert Haven Animal Society. And just a reminder that Desert Haven is currently looking for volunteers. They're very short-staffed, so if you are over the age of 16, you are eligible to work with the cats. If you're over the age of 18, you're eligible to work with the dogs. Any help would be greatly appreciated so that they can go and get these sweet babies taken care of.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
All right, super windy, crazy day. Look at those clouds moving across the sky. We're going to tell you what's in store for the weekend right after this.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. Lovely to see you on a Friday. Hey, we made it all throughout the week, all still in one piece. Pretty good. Got a weekend to take care of that problem. Shouldn't be too hard. We got a wind advisory going on. In fact, it's north part of the state escaped largely. Fernley, Fallon, Carson City, you're in the mid and upper 40s. And the rest of the state under a wind advisory gives up about 10 degrees starting Tonopah on down. Tonopah at 40 degrees, Goldfield 43, Beatty 55. Amargosa, the hot spot at just 61, and Las Vegas not close behind at 60 with 72 out to Death Valley. But here in the paradise of Pahrump, well, it's pretty nice actually. 53 degrees our current temperature. And yeah, that blow continues out of the north-northeast to 18 mile per hour. Those are average gusts. We're experiencing something like 25, 30, 35 mile an hour. And throwing in that average and bringing it up there. Humidity at 36%. Well, it's it'll be diminishing. Sun went on strike this evening at 4:59. Further negotiations continue tomorrow at 6:51 a.m. Thank goodness, because we're heading for a high tomorrow of 61 degrees and looking forward to that. Low tomorrow night about 36, and the winds, we thought would give up its grip on the world about Saturday. Doesn't look like it. It's going to be a blowy day on tomorrow. 14 mile per hour average winds, humidity at 26%. Not too bad. Does that mean clouds? No, it means sunshine. Sunshine on me. Look at that. The rest of the week we got 7 mile per hour winds, pretty civil temperatures all the way up to 66 degrees as we crash into Friday. There's going to be some clouds, but the rest of the week looking pretty good. We get past Friday, Saturday and the blow. I think we're all in the clear. Looking forward to it. Back to the desk. Here's Deanna.
We do want to let everybody know that there is a GoFundMe page happening now for the Short Branch Saloon. They will be up there tomorrow to do some cleaning up in the morning in Crystal, Nevada. And if you would like to find out more about the GoFundMe page, you can search on GoFundMe for Short Branch Saloon, and we'll let you know more about that next week. We hope you have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe out there and keep everything tied down. Super windy. I'll see you Monday. I'm Deanna. Good night.